Yo, what up, fam? Hey, back in 2015, I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure due to untreated high blood pressure. Now, the way I found out about this is I know my health wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like at the peak because I know my lifestyle. That this wasn't the case. But I decided to stop drinking on Christmas Eve of 2015. Because I was like, I'm not going to bring in my birthday nor New Year's Eve drunk or hungover. I'm done. I'm tired of drinking. I'm tired of being drunk. Tired of being hungover. Um, and so, like, in between Christmas Eve and my birthday, which is the 28th, I had a total amount of like 8 hours of sleep. I was delusional, bro. Like, I was delusional, truthfully. Because, prior to that, I've been drinking. So when I stopped drinking, my body really wants to recover. And the sleep time is typically where your body recovers, right? And so on my birthday, I was like, look, I got to go to the hospital. Because if I don't go to the hospital, I might not see tomorrow, bro. And so probably against better judgment, I drove myself to the hospital. And actually, on the way to the hospital, I dozed off a couple of times. You know what I mean? I went into some gravel one time, but luckily, it was early enough to where I don't know what it must have been a weekend or something, because it was barely any traffic. I know I was on the back streets, but it still should have been more traffic. But needless to say, I ended up making it to the hospital, right? And I fell asleep. Yo, I was so weak. I was so out of it. Like, I was pulling into the parking space and I didn't even have the wherewithal to put it in park or to put brakes on going forward, because the little thing in front, the little cement block in front of the parking space, that's what stopped the car. And so I put it in park and I slept. And mind you, I couldn't sleep the past previous 3 days because when I laid down, there's too much fluid. It has tons of fluid around my heart and my lungs. And if you fluid, mucus, call it whatever you want to call it. And so I couldn't sleep. So when I laid down, it felt like I was about to die. You know what I'm saying? And so in the car, I was able to sit upright. I kept my seatbelt on and actually get some Z's. I only slept for like 5-10 minutes, you know what I mean? But I'll say I had to go check myself in. So I went in, checked myself in. I sat forever, like literally forever. I sat hours on hours on hours. But I was upright. I was dead ass tired, dog. But eventually they saw me and they checked my vitals. And when she checked my vitals, she was like, so what you taking for your high blood pressure? And I was like, high blood pressure? Take it? What? It's like, I'm not taking any meds. And the look she gave me was like, oh, the look she gave me was evident that I should have been taking meds because my blood pressure was at a level that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And so, needless to say, I got admitted soon after. And literally, I was able to sleep because in the hospital the bed's kind of propped up, so I wasn't laying flat on my back, so I was able to sleep, and I slept, man, probably for 12 hours or more. But when I woke up, that's when they did tests and whatnot, and lo and behold, I had congestive heart failure due to untreated high blood pressure. Now, when I say this right now, I'm chill with it, you know what I'm saying? But when I heard it the first time, yo, I was scared to death. Like, literally. Literally, I hearing heart and failure in the same diagnosis was was heavy, though. You know what I mean? And I was pre-diabetic, and my kidneys were failing, and my liver was off bad. I had high cholesterol. I had a whole gamut of stuff, though. You know what I mean? Now, and it scared the shit out of me. But it was the best news I could ever hear at the same time. Because, you can't solve a problem when you don't know what the problem is. You know what I mean? You can't figure out a solution to a problem you don't even know exists, right? Now, I knew I was dealing with some things because just life, man, you know what I mean? But I didn't know it was that, you know what I mean? So, in the hospital, man, that was heavy, hearing that. And, but as I sat there and contemplated, I'm like, look, I wasn't born with this diagnosis. So that means to tell me that the actions that I took from birth to where I'm at right now created the situation. And so it was depressing, man. It was heavy. It was depressing. And it was a bunch of finger pointing, like guilt for putting myself in this position. And but at the same time, it made me aware of the power of my choices, right? And so now, when you first get your diagnosis, some people don't think like that. You know what I mean? And some people stay in the guilt phase and begin to think that they're not worthy. That, oh, I'm so stupid. Why I do? You know what I'm saying? That inner dialogue. And then they once they get the medication, they feel that that's the only way that they can maintain their health, because they believe they're not worthy, right? But I don't know, something in me, I was like, if my decisions led up to this, then maybe, just maybe, my decisions moving forward can get me up out of this current condition, right? And so, I guess that was the day one of my healing journey, because I made a conscious decision. It was conscious awareness of the situation and the possibilities of the future. You know what I mean? And so, from that day when I got out the hospital on New Year's Eve, it was on. You know what I'm saying? I went raw vegan. And also I was battling alcoholism. I quit drinking then too. Like Christmas Eve, when I decided to not bring in the New Year's Eve on my birthday hungover, I didn't drink since then, from then. You know what I mean? And so, like, and other substances, you know what I'm saying? I had booger sugar, you know what I'm saying? I was heavy on that too. Cigarettes, ate whatever the hell I wanted to. But when I got out that hospital, everything. I went to the base, ground zero. I went to base. And I started from there, dog. Like, and I always knew, like, I always held the thought, it's possible, in my head. You know what I mean? So, whatever, like, it's possible. And then I started looking at videos and everything else, and just understanding, getting a better understanding of my condition, and then getting a better understanding of the possibilities of my future. And so, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. And then that led to me getting, my certifications. And because really, my certifications weren't to get knowledge to teach other people. I was trying to understand me. And what I was going through, who I was as the physical person, physical entity, understanding the 12 systems of the body, understanding my condition and how it affects my body and all that. But also to get a better understanding just of the what do you call it, when things work together, like the harmonious activity of the systems of my body. It's just been awesome. It's been an awesome journey, man. And I'm making this video just to let you know that it's whoever, that it's possible. It's possible. You just have to make the decision. Like, this is not me. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my diagnosis. I am not that. And so I always tell people, like, your diagnosis is not your destiny. Like, you can make it your destiny by choosing the same things that got you here, or you can not make it your destiny by choosing other things, choosing a different path. And lo and behold, like years later, you find yourself in a position to where you've been going strong, you feel me? And no, it ain't all been, you know what I'm saying? I'm not raw vegan right now. when I got back into the kitchen life, I started eating the bullshit again. You know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, but that's a whole nother story. And even to this day, I still do fastings. I still consume my herbs. Like it's a lifestyle now. Managing my vibration is a lifestyle. Managing my lifestyle on purpose is a lifestyle. Now, like I said, it's not always, roses and whatever, but my awareness is different. And so I'm aware of the results of my actions. And I know if I do go one way or the other, I have the power now to be able to say, you know what, that's not for me. I don't know why I'm doing this again. Let me get back on track. Now I ain't drinking outside of like work, like where I taste wine or whatever. I don't never hard liquor. But that's it. Like I don't crave it. You know what I mean? Booger sugar either. Cigarettes, nope. My issue is sugar. Not natural sugars, but like sweets, like pies, pastries, and all that shit. So I got an issue with that shit. They say it's tied to emotional things, and I don't doubt it, because I'm constantly, reviewing my reality, and sometimes I'm judging my space. Then I'm aware of it. I'm like, what am I talking about? I've come so far from where I was, and I gotta forgive myself. I gotta say thank you, apologize to myself. That I forget what you call it, but I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, type shit. You know what I mean? I remind myself daily of how blessed I am, and how honored I am to be existing and to allow the universe to express itself through me. You know what I mean? It's an honor. You know what I mean? Anyway, peace.